Neither Sunnism nor Shiism was invented by the Persians, as some Orientalists have claimed. They're already to be seen even in the lives of the Prophet, when the Prophet himself referred to certain people as Shi'at al-Ali. There were people whom the Prophet recognized as sort of the party of Ali, even during his own lifetime. Certain places, like the city of Qom, like Sabzavar, places are from the very beginning centers of Shiism. And especially when the Ahlul Bayt, many of them migrated to Iran as a result of the persecutions under the Umayyads in Iraq, and also the early Abbasid period, of course, culminating with the journey of the 8th Shiite Imam, Imam Rida alayhi salam, to Khorasan, where he is now buried.
For political and economic considerations, Shah Abbas relocated his capital from Qazvin to Isfahan in the heartland of the Iranian plateau and by the Zayand-e-Rud, or the life-giving river.
I'm always struck when I go to Isfahan by a sense of the magic of the place. I think it's an architecture that has a wonderful capacity for theatricality, for orchestrating climaxes. Think of these huge surfaces which are smoothed out so that they can act as picture galleries for separate panels of tile decoration. You are meant to look at that, to walk from panel to panel, to drink them in, to contemplate them. I think that's the great strength of Safavid architecture.
Under the Safavids, the textile industry flourished and became a key factor in establishing economic prosperity. The paintings on the Chehil Sotun, or 40 columns pavilion, not only depict the musical instruments of the period, they also serve as a reference to the clothing and textiles of the era.
Safavid textiles are one of the truly great developments in Iranian art over the centuries, and we are talking about, of course, an art tradition of extraordinary ambition and achievement over millennia, not just a few centuries, but over millennia. So it's something that we have to take, I think, a great humility when we look at the accomplishments of this artistic tradition.
The silk trade was boosted by the Armenian craftsmen and merchants transferred from Julfa in Azerbaijan to a suburb of Isfahan named the New Julfa. Relative religious tolerance, especially for Christians, was a feature of the Safavid rule. Accordingly, during the reign of the Safavid kings, 14 churches, including the famous Vank Cathedral, were built in Isfahan. This was accentuated in Jean Chardin's writings.
Chardin, who was in Iran from the 1660s, analyzed everything very carefully. At that time, Europe was witnessing a long-standing religious strife among Catholics and Protestants. And since Chardin himself was a Protestant, one major topic in his book of travels was freedom of religion, which he'd found in Iran of the Safavid era. And the root and origin of the idea of religious tolerance in 18th century France was in fact inspired by Chardin's book of travels.
Following the footsteps of Cyrus the Great, Shah Abbas devised the Chahabak Promenade. This 4-kilometer-long public park, the longest in Iranian architectural history, with sequences of gardens, monumental balconies, and a canal at the center for conducting water through ornamented pools, overwhelmed everyone. At the very end of the 17th century, the Iranian artists and craftsmen succeeded in re-establishing Iran's long-lasting tradition with beautification of the surrounding world.
In terms of shapes, I would say without hesitating that no country in the world has anything like remotely the diversity and number of shapes that were created in the Iranian world from 2000 BC down to the 19th century. And you can see how they developed continuously.
The creators of this illuminating array of beauty are amongst the world's greatest artists who splendidly guide us towards the source of all beauty, and in the words of Rumi, toward that land of peace where questionings cease. My soul turned its face to that happy place, the land of peace where questionings cease. The mystery that till now from me 1,000 veils concealed, my soul revealed.